Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of No Title Needed right here at the beautiful Feinstein's Cabaret at the Hotel Carmichael in Carmel, Indiana, USA. I am Cynthia Collins.
And I am Scott Osborne.
Today we have a wonderful, and I mean it, a spectacular human being, Terri Stacy.
You know what? Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to your party.
Are you kidding?
Thanks for doing it.
I apologize. I'm not in great health.
You're not well mentally.
So I apologize for watery eyes and a little bit of a thing.
Mine's watering.
But you know what?
Mine's watering too.
I am
in
so
sympathy.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad to see you. I've known you for so long.
Okay.
And every time we get together, there's no sense made whatsoever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you know Terri Stacy?
We've met in the
Yes,
past.
we hear
And do you know who she is?
Yes.
You know who she is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So,
Because who doesn't?
Right.
In the Indianapolis, central Indiana, or possibly the whole state of Indiana.
You really are taking
Terri
it way beyond.
Stacy, because you have been on the radio how long now? This will be
My 41st year in October of this year.
okay.
40. No, that's a lie.
Oh,
First of all, wait a minute. I've been with the company
yeah.
for that long, but on the air,
You were a receptionist.
I was a receptionist. So with WIBC and WNAP.
There we go.
There we go. I'm sorry. Should have made that clear.
Yeah, no, now.
So it was maybe 9 years into that job,
Okay.
8 or 9 years when I made the switch over to being on air.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
How did that happen? That's pretty interesting. There
You know-
you were, cute little receptionist. Hi, everyone.
Dreaming of becoming a zookeeper. And it's praying to become a keeper at the zoo.
What did you realize?
And this was a great job. It was a receptionist job.
the zoo.
You know, the zoo. Yeah, the zoo. But the zoo is what I wanted.
Okay.
So I thought this receptionist job at WIBC and WNAP at the time would be a great job until they hire me at the zoo, which never happened.
Okay.
But so I took that receptionist job and loved every minute. It was a station, both stations that I grew up listening to. So I was quite familiar. You know, that was in our home. And so getting a job there as a receptionist was great. I knew who they people were and loved that company very, very much. And so it was easy to stay there. And then, do you want me to go farther?
What happened? How did
Well, then
Yeah,
there was every year there's an employee of the year, and I was an employee of the year, and that was the prize, was to be on the radio. And I was
Really?
like, I had seen in years before me, the prizes were gift certificates, and they were days off, and they were, you know, great lunches and spas and all kinds of great prizes. But my prize was to be able to go get up
Tight on
and go on the radio in the mornings. And
But did you know anything? I mean, you knew about it, but you
Well,
never been on the radio.
no, not had been on the radio. You know, not had really been on the radio. I'd been doing some commercials for them when they needed a female voice, that kind of thing, voicing some stuff, but certainly not to go and sit and get up and be on the radio at 5 a.m.
Did you do a whole show?
with Jeff Pigeon. Here's the great part.
That's how. Is that how it started?
Because a great Jeff Pigeon and Big John Gillis and, Fred Heckman was there in the newsroom and Joe Pickett. And it was such a stable of people that I knew that I prayed to God above that he would help them to help me get through that, because, you know, it's terrifying. I mean, that wasn't anything. I wasn't a kid that always had microphones and played or anything with that kind of or thinking that was going to be a career for me. So I did that for a couple of days, and then the management called me and asked me if I'd stay another few days. What I had learned to realize was after it just continued and continued and continued, that they were really testing a female in a morning show with them. And that was a kind of a test to see how that would work. And it did, because I was working with people that I had known for years, and that helped to make it a little bit easier.
You and Jeff Pigeon, you call him Pidge. Jeff, and a
legend, really, in my
most
heart.
people call him Pidge.
Yeah.
He was very famous, and
The mayor of Meridian is what he was called.
wow, okay, wow, he was a great guy.
Also, because he knew most of the bars along Meridian.
Okay.
He'll tell you that.
All right, so you're not telling tales out of school.
Oh, no.
You guys had that show, and how long did you and Pidge have that show? The show that you had us on for Actors of Indiana. That show, we were on that show a few times.
Yeah.
You sat right there in the front. Your window looked out right onto the circle, And how long did you two have that show? That was a great show.
I think, well, Jeff had a great show, and I was really grateful to be able to to join a great show, and very lucky. So he was already, and I think Bob Lamy was there at the time doing sports. It changed over to Vince Welch and Joe Stacy. Several different sports people were in that seat. But it really was probably, Jeff had it probably 10 years before I was on.
Oh.
And then I was with him for probably another 15 or 20 years. So he had that morning show for quite a while. Now I'm older. My brain could be wrong, and those numbers that might not be right, but it was a long time.
That's your story, and you're
I'm on to it. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Could that be even? No.
Yeah.
Maybe. Does I know those numbers
I don't
work
know.
out?
I don't know. Because I
know you're a math genius.
I should have. That's what I should have gone into.
That or zoo, no doubt.
That or zookeeper.
Yeah, I'm still wondering what went wrong with the zoo, but
I don't know. Will you call him?
Yeah.
Could you call him?
I put in a good word or something.
I would love to work at the zoo.
So wait a minute. So after, hold on. So after you got done with that show with Jeff, because I know you had that show, but then you're still there. You're still there at that radio station
After Jeff leaves.
Yeah. And then you went on to other stuff there.
I kind of did. I stayed with the morning show for a little bit. It started to change. The show started, the talk became a little more conservative. When Jeff was there, it was a little more, still talk and news, but it was more, I don't know what you'd even call it, but it was not so heavy into politics.
More fun.
Yeah.
It was, thank you.
Because that show was always
so
a
fun.
blast.
It really was fun. It was for everybody. I still have kids that will come and say, I was listening to the car when I was a little kid, going to school.
Yeah.
And so it was that kind of show where everybody could listen. They still do. The radio station has never been better as far as ratings goes and listenership. So it's doing very, very, very well. But it started to change a little bit after Jeff Pigeon left for me and my path. And so I did, I worked with Steve Simpson for a little bit on the morning show, and then Joe Stasiak for a little bit. Jake Query also filled that seat. And then it kind of started to change a little bit more conservative talk. They wanted more politics brought into the show. And then I went off and I was asked to do traffic. Why don't you try traffic for a while?
Oh, great. Excellent.
So I reported traffic for about 3 years, and I think people were like so ready for me to go. Because you're so jolly. Oh, I was too happy about traffic.
Happy.
Traffic was hard for me.
Yeah.
It really was.
You're a bright light.
I'm too happy when there was really serious things going on in the road. And I got it. I didn't belong there. But I was grateful for the chance to try.
And then you did a show by yourself for a while.
And right now I'm still doing that show, and that is called, that's a magazine show.
Okay.
It's on the weekends, and it's called The First Day. It's a show very old for that station. I've been lucky to have it for about maybe 15 years now, 12 years, like that. Okay. I'm not good with dates. But it's a magazine show. It allows me to really, and I do producer Kyla Talley, that's a part of it, and Denny Smith, who's been a part of the radio station for years. So we do that show Sundays. Saturdays, I'm a part of the Home and Garden show with Pat Sullivan and Denny Smith.
Okay.
That's super fun. And then I have a caregiver show that I co-host with Tina McIntosh that is really become a topic more so than it's ever been, is caregiving. So she is the founder of Joy's House, Adult Day Service. She's an amazing person in our community. And she's got a couple of them now, but she also we do that show together. And it's phenomenal learning. And I'm absorbing it because I really do believe we're all going to be a caregiver at some point in our lives. And you can't be prepared enough. It's something that I just really believe we need more of a community, because people feel very isolated, very alone when they're caregiving sometimes.
True.
So that show has become really close to my heart. And then Patty Spitler, God love her, still strong, still going. She's got a great couple of shows. She allows me to be on her Great Day TV show, and she wants me to do TV a little bit, despite the fact that I find it alarming.
Well, this is your practice. We're going to take right here. We're going to take a break real quick.
Okay.
Let's take a break for our sponsor. All right. Isn't that wonderful?
I'll be right here.
I know you're not going anywhere, and neither are we. And we'll be right back after word from our sponsor, Randy Sorrell. Big waves.
Big waves.
Big waves. Big waves.
Hey everyone, we're lucky enough to have artist Randy Sorrell as our sponsor. And today, he's going to show you a few of his beautiful pieces.
Check this out. say hello to Songbook Standards. This is an original acrylic, part of my music series that I completed in 2024, sort of celebrating jazz and blues and cool clubs all across the nation or the world. And if you dig music, man, you are going to love this one. Lavender Fields is part of my landscape series, and if you could see this in person, you would recognize how thick and juicy and packed full of color this painting is. And it really captures the lavender fields that you see in France and, sometimes here in Indiana. I think you're going to love this one.
Hey, we are back. No title needed with our guest, Terri Stacy, the Queen.
Oh,
The Queen.
Period.
Done.
I was
It's not even
the
about
queen of-
just the Queen.
It's just because I'm old.
No,
That's why you're saying
you're
that.
still kicking, and you never stop.
Thank you.
Never stop.
You should never
On
stop.
the radio,
If you're able to keep going, let it get going.
and you are.
Well, you are. We all are. We just
Yes.
keep going.
You're like what, 80, 79? But thanks.
Thanks for rounding up.
Thanks for adding another year to my age. I appreciate
I've
it.
known her a long, long time. Oh, I just touched you with my
You're
thick hand.
freezing. Anyway, it's okay. Okay, so you've been with MS forever, right? First with
We've been sold now. We're a new company owns us now.
okay,
Urban One. We're a Radio One company now.
okay, and you're still there, still
Yeah.
doing shows, all radio, but Patty Spittler's trying to get you on the on the screen.
She gives all of us old dogs another chance, which I love. She really does. So those of us that have kind of been,
You've been around a long time.
let's just keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Love her.
Yeah. How? Okay. So hold on. Now we're going to go back.
Okay.
We're going to go back in time.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Well, as she was born.
Oh, wow.
You remember that?
That
day?
long time ago. Right here in Indianapolis. Right in Indianapolis is where I was born. See?
Oh,
What about it?
Well, listen.
What do you want to know?
Oh, anything. How was your? My God. How was your childhood? How
Great
was it?
childhood. Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky. Grew up
Yeah.
till 5th grade here in Indianapolis. Went to Brook Park Elementary in Indianapolis. And then the folks said, let's get out of here. We're leaving. We're headed out to the country. Took us to Henry County and Knightstown. And
Still there? Or Hancock County? You in Hancock?
now I'm in Hancock County. Now I'm in Greenfield, which is where we used to cruise for boys. But so just up the road.
Yeah.
But I grew up in a really great, at that time I would call it, I called it a farming community, small community. Loved growing up there in a small town. So many advantages of growing up in a small town, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then just went right to work, went right to work. I couldn't wait to start work.
Where'd you go to school?
Went to Knightstown High School,
Okay.
Knightstown Elementary. And then I went a little bit to Heron School of Art.
Okay.
That's right, graduate.
Oh, did you?
Got it.
Heron School of Art, before it became a high school and all that it is now.
Mhm.
It was right there on 16th Street near McDonald's,
Yep. Which is now Heron High School.
which is now Heron High School. Went there for just a really brief time.
Mm-hmm.
I got to the point where I started, and again, I'm a small town kid and I've come to the big city, right? And so I stayed in the school where we were learning to draw. The first thing was to see how you did drawing a horse.
Good.
And I got to the back end of a horse and then I quit. So
What
I
happened?
can draw the back end of horses, but I can't draw the front end because I didn't stay.
What?
Well, McDonald's was right next door. And as a kid, now this all sounds, listen, my parents were horrified. What is happening to you? But it was just exposure to so many things that I didn't have. I mean, there wasn't a McDonald's in Knightstown.
You have so many great experiences at that McDonald's specifically, too. Yeah.
It was a whole new world. And I just thought, I got to get out into I don't want to go to school anymore. I wanted to do something else.
And get out to the
But I
zoo.
didn't know what.
Get to the zoo.
And they didn't want me.
Oh God, no! They
Oh,
lost.
I keep the
out.
rejection letters. I keep them all. I'll never forget. How they came to me or the moment I opened them.
Oh, she's got a list somewhere.
Right. And, my gosh, yeah. Just look out, everyone.
No,
Watch out.
I've been so very blessed along this path. And I'll tell you, as you get older, as I am, you look back and you realize even those times when you didn't know where you were going or what you were doing, you just stayed on some sort of path that I believe God is taking us. And you just follow that path. And honest to goodness, it's got me through every step. And when I look back, there's connections every step of the way of people you meet that get you to where you are and to where you're supposed to be. And so I've just had the best time getting here, not knowing anything and not knowing where I'm going and just following a door that opens. But that's me. And I've just been very lucky, very lucky.
You're fearless.
Well, I think you just don't question your gut. If your gut, that inner voice is saying, you got to really learn to trust that. And that only comes with age, truly.
Yeah.
To trust it, to say, well, wonder why that happened.
Yeah.
And okay, I'll just trust it and go in that direction. Why in the world would they want me to be on the radio? What in the world? And I have no experience with this, no talent whatsoever. You're sit into a room.
You're natural.
You just trust it because there's somebody guiding you. There's something guiding you, whatever you believe that is.
Yeah.
And so, but it takes time to really realize that. Because in the meantime, otherwise I felt like if I would have questioned so many things and I would have been felt like so many setbacks and why and anger. But I truly have just been really lucky just to keep going and figure it's for something.
Mm-hmm.
So now what? I don't know.
No,
Get close to retirement,
No, there's
Get
no
close to that.
such thing. No such thing for you, Terri Stacy. How many people, you've interviewed a lot of people. Like, of course, you've had a show, and that's kind of like an interview. You have guests on. But then you have interviewed people, Adrienne Barbeau being one of them, because I was there for that interview. We were there for that.
That's what you remember?
That's what
Adrienne Barbeau?
we were there for that. She was
Oh my
writing.
gosh. Did you never remember interviewing the Munchkins?
No,
The honest to God Munchkins from
Really?
I wasn't
You
around
kidding?
for that. Tell the story.
I
Spill
want to
it.
hear about that.
Spill it.
We used to have this great place here in town and forgive me for not remembering the name of it, but it was one of those great theaters. Maybe it was called the Hollywood Theater and bar. And so it was one of those great places that was kind of first on the scene to show great old classic films and then bring in people from the old classic films that they're showing. And you could eat and mingle and then watch the film. And it was, they brought in the Munchkins for the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you were.
I mean, no, listen, there have been so many others. That's just one that came to mind when you mentioned
Adrienne. Yeah.
Barbeau.
And her vampire book.
There's been
Absolutely.
so many great people, so many of them that are, you would think of Hollywood people, but not many, because I find that most of the people that from Hollywood are just on a tour of some sort and they're pushing something. They're promoting, and they should be doing this. But I feel by the time they get to me in the Indianapolis market, sometimes they're bored when I'm talking to them on the phone. So those have not been as memorable as some of the things that I've been interested in, which are astronauts or, talking to astronauts about the space, talking to Olympians, talking to heroes, true heroes, that means that they can be kid heroes. So many kids have touched my life in a way that I'll never forget them. Kids from Riley, those kind of kids that have achieved something major or that have battled something major. Kids are always going to be in my brain. And then veterans. I don't think you can get any better taste of history than talking to our veterans. They leave this earth every day.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's so important to talk to and document and to hear what they have to say about where they've been and what they've been.
Get their stories.
So those have been favorites. But just, people here, as I say, people that made me laugh, or entertaining, easy, because those are great interviews.
An easy
It's not
interview.
me, it's you.
Yeah.
It's the great
Not like this one. This is a little different.
Oh, this is weird. This is so weird. My eyes are still watering too. I haven't coughed.
I know you're glad you've held out.
I'm doing really well.
I'm so proud of you.
Time check. How much longer?
No, we're good. And you had Lynn Dunn on one time.
Oh my gosh.
Fever. We were on for that show. Judy and I came. That was
great.
so much fun that day.
She is fun.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny. And
great guest.
I mean, the stuff we used to talk about was just fun on those shows. That's what you said. Fun and light, entertaining. Everyone could listen to it. You didn't close off anyone.
Right.
No one felt like, I don't want to listen to that
It was
show.
a weird time.
Everyone listened to those shows.
Yeah.
It
is. It's a weird time. We've seen I've gone through, if you figure I've been on the air for more than 30 years, something, the things, 9/11, being in the studio when 9/11 happened and then having to get through those months and years after, and anniversaries and those kind of major events, the riots downtown that happened, the protests that happened, and the violence that we saw, things of that nature that you remember and see, and I guess we would call that events, big events that have happened.
Yeah.
But it has been a challenging time as of now. I'm seeing things that are happening in our world that, you just wonder. You wonder about the kids coming up and what's the future for the kids, and and how things have changed so much in my pretty long life.
Yes.
It's been different and challenging too to get through some of this stuff.
Of course
And,
it is.
and divided. Not sure that I can recall a time when we've been more divided.
Very much so. I agree with you on that. I think it is. I think it is pretty divided.
It is
Connected in
connected.
The thing is, and I will say this though, when you have like what you're doing still on the radio, and I still listen to the radio, by the way, because there's something about listening to the radio that is just so great still.
I agree.
I mean, I
agree.
not just in the car, though most people
You kind of feel like you got someone in the car with you.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
Mhm.
And but what you do, you are a bright light, Terri Stacy. You really are. And no matter what show you're doing, right, at the radio station, where you've been, they're going to put you here now. Now I'm doing this. You always bring whatever that show is, even traffic, I'm sure. There's a crash or 65. It's a great day. No, that it brings it on, and you're uplifting, that is important. That is important too.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank you. I do appreciate
It
that.
is.
What's unfortunate, and I'm grateful for that. That's the highest compliment you can get.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you do that type of radio that we did back then, we've come to be a society where we need to have friction in order to continue listening. I believe. I think you've got to to get that listenership on a talk radio station, it's got to be kind of stirring the pot because of people that are listening. People that are listening, they want that pot stirred. Otherwise, you become just vanilla in their eyes. This is just happy-go-lucky fun radio. It's changed a little bit. And that's because people have changed a bit. We need more, right? I think from what I can gather, there are people, I guess by social media and things, I think people thrive on conflict now. And if it's not there, they'll tune away.
Yeah.
They need more. And I don't know how you change that. I don't know how you can, I don't know how you bring us together.
I don't know.
We're all.
I think everybody's.
We don't want. We have a taste for it.
We have a taste for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you change that. Hopefully the younger generations might be able to change that.
And they might. You don't know. You just kind of try to get through and do your thing.
Yeah.
And just do your thing. Be the best you can be. Right. Which you are. And try to, as entertainers and as artists, all artists, and you're an artist too. That's an art form. You know what you do. You just try to bring your best to the people.
I think that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
I think that's just what I have to do.
Yeah.
And if you like it, great. And if it's not enough for you, then understand it.
And that's right.
But I can only continue. Believe me, guys, don't worry. It's only for about another year, and then I'll be retired.
No, don't say it. Listen, we have to retire right now. We have to leave. We're done. We have to wrap it up.
Thank you for inviting me to this fantastic
gosh.
time. It's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
So much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I own it. Oh, thank you. Oh, I decorated the
love the pictures that you
decorated
got.
the whole place. I know. Me and Judith
Fantastic.
Garland. Yeah. Listen, thank you.
Do a little Judy.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it. I don't have it. I know. But thank you, Terri Stacy. Thank you so much. You're a hoot and a holler, Terri Stacy.
Thank you.
But thank you for joining us again for No Title Needed. Right here at Feinstein's Cabaret. Come on over, see a cabaret, have some great drinks, have some great nosh. There is entertainment every single night going on here, a wide variety, and you won't be sorry. Come on over to the beautiful venue and see an excellent cabaret show. I am Cynthia Collins.
And I'm Scott Osborne.
We are always in for your co-hosts, and we'll see you next time.